Hi guys, welcome to my channel Liz Concluding. Thank you for subscribing if you have, and if you've not, please do click on subscribe button, like and share our videos. Alright, so today's very quickly we'll be learning how to draft basic bodies. Natalie Bray, according to Natalie Bray pattern of drafting. So I'll be showing you how to make these basic bodies, which is the foundation of all patterns. Like in garment making, you have to go through this process, so I'll be showing you how to do it accurately. A lot of people have mistakes and challenges with Natalie Bray because they don't know how to use it properly. So I'm here to solve that solution. I'm here to provide that solution for you. So I'll quickly run through what I have, what we've been using for this pattern. It's just a basic bodies. These your measure tape, or tape measure. You need your ruler. Here with me I have the long and the short one. I use the short one for ease. You will need your curve. I usually use the bigger size of this, but for the purpose of this video right now at home I don't have the bigger one, so I'll be making use of my pattern D. I'll manipulate it, and okay, I used paper tape here because I had to join the paper. And you need your chart. This is officially the chart I use. This is the Natalie Bray chart, you can see. And I also have with me here my client's measurement, because I can't rely on this alone to draft. So I need my client's measurement because this is the person I'm making the dress for. So I need to use her actual measurement. And for this basic pattern which I'm working with, I just need this measurement at least for now. I need my bust, I need my bust point, I need my X back, I need my chest measurement, I need the waist length, I need a half length, hip point, and between bust, abbreviated as BB. Okay, so you can watch the subsequent video I'll release on how to take measurements for your Natalie Bray pattern. So basically for this is what I have. So I think we can start. First of all, to start off with, we have to make our border line. We'll start with our margin line, which is 0.1, which is 1 cm. So my meter rule here, I'll just quickly use it, or you can use your tip. Actually, you can use your tip. So 1 cm, 1 cm. I usually tell people rule at multiple points so that you can have a straight line. Not just mark 1 cm and you just drag it. Mark multiple points. I hope this is clear enough. Mark multiple points, then you connect. It makes your work more accurate. Okay, so we've gotten the margin here. I'll take this margin now. I'll do this. So let me just use my meter rule. This is 1 cm. You can see this is a centimeter, so 1 cm. 1 cm. So I'm marking at 3 points. I'm marking at 3 points, and I'll just connect it like so. All right. So I've done this. I've gotten the border on my pattern, so it's right about time for me to start. Now, To determine the length, we've gotten the border here and the border here. So to determine this other one, we have a measurement. There is something we're supposed to do. There is a formula we're going to pass our measurement through to know how big our box is. Then for the length of our pattern, we'll use our hip point, which is 28, and I measure this 28 in inches. Like I said, it's easier for me to take measurement in inches and convert, because the centimeter bars are so small, and it's kind of stressful, like trying to look through your clients, and you don't have all the time. So it's easier for me to take my measurement in inches and convert in centimeter. When you watch the video for how to take measurement, I also showed you there how to convert inches to centimeter and centimeter to inches, because personally I work with both of them. So I had to devise my own way of drafting my pattern, which is faster and easier. So I take measurement on inches and I convert to centimeter. So the length for our pattern is our hip point. My hip point here is 28 inch. So simply what I'll do is to mark 28 inch across. Remember what I said, put your measurement up, make sure your tape is straight, like so. 28 inch, and I'll just simply connect it this way. Okay, so I'll connect like this. I'll just connect like this. So we have gotten the length. Now let's get the width. To determine the width of our pattern, there are two conditions we have to test first, considering the hip and the bust. Now if bust is greater than hip, we'll be using bust measurement divide by 2 plus 5 centimeter. If hip is greater than bust, we'll use our hip measurement divide by 2 plus 3 centimeter. So this is the condition. If bust is greater than hip, we'll use our bust measurement converted in centimeter divide by 2 plus 5 cm. And if hip is greater than bust, we'll use our hip measurement divide by 2 plus 3 cm. Note that your hip and bust measurement must be in centimeter to pass through this condition. Must be in centimeter. So what we're going to do quickly is we're going to look through our measurement. Our measurement here, the bust is 38, while the hip is 43. So it means it's going to pass this condition. So this is what we are going to be using. So we are going to be using 43. Let's quickly convert 43 to centimeter. So like I said, you take 43 on inch, you just press on it, and you open up and read what you have. So I am having 109.2. That's what I have as my hip, 109.2, and I'll be dividing it by 2. So when I divide by 2, I'll add 3. So I'll just get my calculator on. 109.2 divide by 2. Why we are dividing by 2? Remember, we are dividing by 2 because we are working with half of the measurement. Okay, we're working with half of the measurement. So we have 54.6 plus 3 centimeter, and this gives us what? 57.6. So we have 67.6. So we are going to be placing 67.6 across our pattern, okay, to give us the width. And then we'll have our box to start up with. So 57.6 is right here. Okay, 57.6 is right here. I'll just mark. Remember I said when we are marking, we should take at several points so that we can ensure that we have a straight line. Okay, so I've done this. It's connecting, right? Okay, just a little. Okay, so mark at several points so that you have a straight line. Okay, because the tendency of your line deviating is high. So I believe we can see this. We've gotten the length, and this is the breadth of our basic block. So it's time for us to go straight into drafting. Now, to start off with is our OCB. It's our OCB. I showed you what OCB is on the measurement video. So we have our OCB is given for every size. And to start now in Natalie Bray, you have to know the size of your client. So we have from size 4, 6 down to size 22. Now, how do I know what size my client is falling under? You determine it by your bust. Now my bust is 38 centimeter. So what I'll do is that I'll convert 38 inches to centimeter, sorry, and I have 96.6. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to look through. This is my bust, right? This is size 4, blah 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 blah. I'm going to look for where 96 falls under. You can see 96 falls under size 12, right? 96 falls under size 12. So whatever measurement that comes between 96 to 100 falls under 12. Whatever measurement that comes from 100 to 104 falls under 14. Okay, whatever measurement comes from 104 to 108 falls under 16. That means if I have 107, it's a size 16, and if I have 97, is a size 12. As long as it doesn't get to 100, she remains a size 12. So my client is a size 12, and I'm going to be looking through this. So for a bust, size 12 is 96. Okay, the hip of a size 12 is estimated at 102. Okay, so I'm going to be using this line for this particular client because she falls under a size 12. So right now I'm going to be looking at the OCB. OCB is number 9. Okay, OCB number 9. Okay, so our OCB for a size 12 is 3.5. Okay, so 3.5 centimeter. Do not forget that 3.5 centimeter. What I'll do, I'll start by marking 3.5 centimeter. I think my meter rule is a bit faded, so let me just use my tip. 3.5. 3.5. Okay, we are not marking it really across all through. So 3.5 here, and our rule. Okay, I'm just basically taking the outline. Okay, time will come when we will put our measurement. So these are OCB. What OCB means is that this is my start point. Okay, this is my start point. So whatever measurement I'm taking it from OCB down below. Okay, for the back. This is the back. OCB is for the back. Okay, so this is the center point O. Okay, for the back. So the next measurement we are going to take is after OCB, you will come down by 3 centimeter. Is a constant for every size. For every size has a constant. The constant is after your OCB, you mark 3 centimeter. Is a constant. Please take note. So this 3 centimeter is my shoulder line. You can make it longer than the OCB. It should be longer than the OCB. Okay, so this is it. I've just ruled. We'll impute our measurement on it. I'm just taking the outline first of all. So after we've marked, remember that OCB varies for each size, okay? Like look at size 14 OCB 3.5. okay, see size 16 is 4, size 18 is 4, size 20 is 4.5. so after whatever you have as your OCB, make sure you come down by a constant of 3 centimeter. Okay, haven't done that. Next I'm going to do is to mark my bust line. My bust line is here given on the chart. Okay, this is like the armhole and the depth of armhole, bust line or armhole depth. So for each size has a constant has a this figure. So for my size 12, I have 22. Look at it, how I read it. Size 12, this is my bust line, 22. Okay, so 22. So I'm coming down from my OCB. I told you that OCB is the start point for the back. Whatever measurement you are taking at the back must start from our OCB. Okay, now I want you to note that this bust line is going to go across, because the bust line for the front and for the back is the same. It's the depth of our armhole, so it's going across. Okay, so having ruled this, remember that the front doesn't have an OCB. Okay, there is no OCB on the front. This is the front pattern this way, so our front doesn't have an OCB. So what you can quickly do is to measure this way. Okay, you measure this way. You can say 22. You know, from here to here give us 22. So if from here to here give us 22 plus our constant OCB from here to here, that's 3.5. Okay, if we sum them together, we'll have 25.5. Okay, that should be what we should put here, or simply just measure from here to here. It gives me 25.5. So I'll just come here like this, like so. Measure my 25. Okay, because I don't have an OCB at the front. Okay, the OCB at the front is not there. That's why I have to measure from the margin line to my bust line and put from my margin line to this point. Okay, so now having done that, this is going all through. It's going across the front to the back. Okay, so this is my bust line. Like I said, this is my shoulder line, SL and BL. Okay, now we have that. We are going to get the mid for the armhole, and to get the mid for the armhole, you need to divide from OCB to your bust line. I remember from OCB to your bust line gave us 22. So if you can just say, okay, 22 divided by 2 will give you 11, or simply place your tape on OCB to the bust line. Okay, and you divide like this. Okay, just divide, press, and you mark. Okay, this will still give us, like you can see, it will still give us our 11 cm. So whichever way is convenient for you, just do that. Then you rule your line across. Okay, so rule our line across. So remember, these are OCB, these are shoulder line, these are midline. Okay, our bust line, and we are going to go to our waist. Okay, my measurement is here. Our waist length is 39 cm. Our waist length is 39 cm. So we remember we said whatever measurement we are taking from the OCB. Okay, so this is my 39 cm here. 39 cm is right here, and I have to take it across to the front. So what I'll simply do is to add my OCB, which is 3.5, or better still, I measure full from my margin line to the point I have my waist length. So what I'll do is that I'll say, okay, 39 plus 3.5. 39 plus 3.5 will give me 42.5. Let me confirm. Yes, 42.5. So I'll come to my front right here and place 42.5. Remember that this is our center front and this is our center back. Okay, this is center front and this is center back, and we are starting with the back. For Natalie Bray, you start with the back. Okay, so this is it, and this is our waistline, and of course this is our hip line. Now we are good. It's time for us to input the measurement. So before you start putting your measurement, now remember that for the back you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 lines. Okay, if you're drafting the back and you don't have these 6 lines, get to check your work. You've gone wrong somewhere. You should have 6 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so having done that, we are going right away to start. Now on our OCB, we are going to check our we're going to check for our back neck width. Okay, that's the measurement we are putting there. Back neck width is giving us 7.5. okay, 7.5. I can snap the chart and send to you so that it will ease your understanding, because you may not really be seeing it clearly from here. So our OCB have 7.5. We're going to mark 7.5. okay, on the OCB line. We're marking 7.5 on the OCB line. Now what we're going to do is we're going to step up by a constant of 2 cm. Okay, 2 cm. This is our back neck width. We're going up by 2 cm. Okay, 2 cm. Now we mark this. Okay, so we just really a straight line, step up by 2 cm. You can write this process. With time you discover that you don't even need any of this to work with. All right, so we've done that. Now we'll go to our X back. I showed you what X back is in our previous video. So 39 cm divide by 2. Together, X back 39 cm divide. Remember that X back is from one point of the armpit kind of to the other point. So we're drafting half. Half to represent the back, half to represent the front. That's how we have half of the full bodies. Okay, so we will say 39 divided by 2. It gives us 19.5, right? 19.5 is what we have here. So we are going to be placing this 19.5 on the shoulder line like this, on the midline like this, and on the bust line 19.5, 19.5, 19.5. okay, now we've done that. We're going to rule a straight line. Okay, we'll rule a straight line connecting our 19.5 together. Right, now we have this. So I told you after putting the lines, we're going to start with we've stepped up on the OCB by 2 cm. On the shoulder line, we input our X back divided by 2, 19.5, 19.5, 19.5, and we drew a straight line. Okay, so next is that on the shoulder line, which is the second line, remember, on the shoulder line, this shoulder line, we are going to step away by 2 cm, a constant. Okay, irrespective of whatever size you are working with, this is what you do. So I'm stepping aside, adding 2 cm. This is my 2 cm. Now, having done that, remember we stepped up by 2 cm here, by the side 2 cm. We're going to link this together to give us our shoulder line, right? Yeah, so we are linking this up together at 2 cm here and 2 cm there. So it's giving us a slanted shoulder already. Okay, based on our measurements, giving us a slanted shoulder. So this is where my shoulder stops. Please, my shoulder stops here, and this is my neck point here. Okay, so having done this, next thing we are going to do is we can use our cuff to connect the neckline. Okay, Okay, we use our cuff to connect the neckline. Meanwhile, note this is the basic neckline. Okay, when you trying to make some other styles, you can further alterate it. So we've done the neck and the shoulder line. Now next thing we're going to do is to get our backup. Okay, the backup is still connection to the armhole. So back up is number 12, right? This is number 12. As you can see, this 12 back up for a size 12 is 6. Okay, back up for a size 12 is 6. So I will come right here on my bust line and measure 6 centimeter. 6 centimeter, okay? 6 centimeter. So these measurements are actually constant. The OCB, the backup, okay, they are constant. Okay, so we use them from the chart just the way it is. We don't have to go taking the measurements there. So the backup, we've added 6 centimeter away from this line. Okay, away from this line. Okay, I can call this the armhole line. Away from the armhole line, from here on your bust line, you measure 6 centimeter. Okay, now next thing we are going to do is that we are going to take a diagonal. Okay, we're going to take a diagonal of 3 centimeter. Okay, you take a diagonal of 3 centimeter. So what you do is from here, you just take a diagonal. The length should be 3 centimeter. Okay, you draw a diagonal. The length is 3 centimeter. Okay, so we've drawn a diagonal here between the armhole line and the bust line. We drew a diagonal of 3 centimeter. Now what we're simply going to do is to connect. Okay, now remember this our point the 2 cm we added at the shoulder line. We're going to connect it to the midline. Okay, so remember where I marked here, so I'll just connect it to this point. Okay, we are just drawing the armhole. That's what we are doing. Okay, Natalie Bray will always give you a perfect fit. So you can see for every measurement, for every size, there is a measurement to it. That's why we have this perfect fit. It's not usually common, but we are assured of fitting Natalie Bray. So when we've connected to this diagonal, from the midline to this diagonal, I'll connect from this diagonal to my back up, and wow, our armhole is ready for the back. Now we are almost done with the back, just one last thing and we are done. Now remember that in drafting, to getting this block, let me just write back. So getting this block, the width of the block, we said our hip measurement, if hip is greater than bust, we said we are going to divide the hip, convert it first to centimeter, then divide by 2. After dividing by 2, we are going to add 3 centimeter, and that was what gave us this. Now to close this up, I'm going to divide my hip by 2. So from here to here, what we have here, we just place our tape. Okay, place your tape like so from one end to the other, then I can just simply fold. Okay, or if you still remember what you got after adding 3 to your hip divide by 2, you can further divide it. Okay, but just to make it easier so that we don't waste so much time, I've done this. I've marked the midpoint on my hip line. Okay, remember that my hip line starts from the margin, not at the beginning of the paper, from the margin. Okay, so I'll just link it up now for my back up to my hip line divide by 2, and I have my back. Okay, I have my back. This is my back. Okay, my back. This is the back for the pattern. This is basic, very basic. There is a lot of alterations that can be done to produce my style, but this is the basic. Okay, when you have this, all you need to do, you can use your wheel tracer, trace on further patterns, and you replicate your basic bodice on it. You can now sew different styles for wherever you want to sew, but this is just basic. Now I'm done with the back. Okay, so next video I'm gonna just turn my paper this way so that we'll capture it well, or better still, I can just move to the other side and then we'll start for the front. The front is coming up here and the back is already done. So thank you for watching. The next video will be on the front. Bye. My name is Liscon.